Hey everybody, it's the chef.
And the penguin.
And it's Check Your Cheese Wednesday around here. Like a month ago, I bought a big pork loin and cut it up to make 6 meals. I cut a couple of them into slabs, like ribs. So Penguin's making that, and she was going through our cheese drawer, clearing stuff out, and we got a lot of partial bags of cheese. So I decided to make some, we have a Ninja Duo over here, so I decided to make some baked macaroni and cheese in it. Now, I've never made baked macaroni and cheese in the Ninja before. I've made mac and cheese in it. It's really simple to make boxed mac and cheese, but I've never made baked before. So what you're going to need for this recipe is at least 1 box of mac and cheese. I'm doing 3 because we want extra. A cup of panko or regular breadcrumbs, whatever you got. 4.5 cups of water. A tablespoon of salt. A teaspoon of pepper. 3/4 of a cup of milk. Half and half or heavy cream. 1 stick of butter or margarine. Some butter spray, or just any kind of spray you want to spray on the inside. And 2 cups of your favorite cheese or cheeses. We got a bunch of mixed ones. That's why I said it's chuck your cheese, because we're getting rid of some bags of cheese. And optional if you have some Velveeta, either in a block or a pouch. We're using a pouch we got from the dollar store.
Because this is a cheap meal.
Yeah, this is a cheap meal. The meat we only have about $2 in, and this is going to be like $2, but it's going to make a lot of baked mac and cheese. And then we're going to have some tater tots or some french fries or something. So let me get everything pulled out and we'll get started on this recipe. Okay, I've moved the pot up to where you can see it here. And what I like doing first is taking a little bit of this butter flavored Walmart cooking spray, and I spray it over the inside of the pot. Like so. It helps keep stuff from sticking so bad for the cleanup purposes. And then, like I said, I have 3 boxes of the Great Value macaroni and cheese. You can use any brand you want. We buy these because they're still only 33 cents a box. The noodles are a little smaller than real macaroni, so when you're doing the cooling part of this, you would use 3 minutes at cool down, which I'll show you, or add just a little more time, 4 if you're using real macaroni, because it's a little bit bigger macaroni. But all I did was take and pour in those 3. Now the most important part, you want to use exactly what it says on the water. 1.5 cups per box of water in this. So I already have it measured out here. I got 2.5 cups there in that. And I got 1.5 or 2 cups in this one. We're going to pour that in there. And then we're going to stir that macaroni around just a little bit to make sure it's all mixed up in there. Now I'm going to take the pot and set it back in the air fryer. Okay guys, I got my lid here. This is the pressure cooker lid, and I got it on seal. That side's vent, this side is seal. So we're going to put the lid on the pot, lock it in place, turn it on, and I'm going to put it on pressure cook high for 3 minutes. So this is really quick to do. I was thinking about calling it my 15-minute baked macaroni and cheese, because that's about all the time this is going to take compared to the real way of doing it. But I got it set on 3 minutes, and I got it on seal. When the 3 minutes is up, I'm going to do a natural release on it for 3 minutes, and then I'm going to vent the rest out and give it a stir, and we'll bring you back at that point. So we're going to hit start. There we go. I'll bring you back when it's done. Okay, while the Ninja's still heating up on that, I went ahead and got everything else prepped for it. I cut up my 1 stick of butter right here, and I got 3/4 of a cup. And like I said, you can use milk, heavy whipping cream, half and half. I've mixed some half and half with some heavy whipping cream. I got my salt and my pepper open to put in. Over here, I've opened up all 3 of my powdered cheese pouches. You can see the real cheese that we cleaned out of the cheese drawer behind it. And I opened up my Velveeta cheese when I cut the top off of it.
It's going to be cheesy but cheap.
And I got my 1 cup of panko breadcrumbs, or like I said, you can use any kind of breadcrumb you want, or you can make your own.
And this is a great way to make it if people can't carry pots of boiling water or stuff like that because it's too dangerous for them. Right. Or
and there's a lot of variations on this too to make a whole meal in that pot using this basic recipe with stuff added to it or taken away from it. And we might bring you a few of those on down the line.
Yeah, they're good meals.
Yeah, they make good meals. So while I'm still waiting on that to heat up, I'll bring you back when it's ready and we get back to mixing it together. Okay, guys, we're back. It just got done counting. You see it just switched to done on that. Now it should start counting the other way. And when it gets to 3 minutes, I'm going to take a towel and I'm going to go ahead and crack that seal on the back of this and let the rest of the air out and take the lid off and then start mixing all my fixings into it. But you want to do it on 3. Now, if you're using real macaroni and you don't have boxed macaroni and cheese where the noodles are bigger, you want to let it set till 4 minutes. That way they cook a little longer. So when we get to 3 minutes of cooling, I'll be back. Okay, guys, there we go. We're almost to the 3-minute mark. When it gets to the 3-minute mark, I'm going to turn the power off. There we go. And I'm going to do a natural release. Manual release, sorry. Always use a towel or a pot holder or something so you don't burn yourself. Okay, now it's quit hissing all the way. So we're going to remove our lid, like so. And take this over to the sink. You can see there's what it looks like. Sorry about the shadow from the light. But you're immediately going to want to break that macaroni up. You see it's kind of clumped together, like so. And you'll want to start stirring it up together for about a minute. You'll want to do this. That incorporates the rest of the moisture that's in the pot into the macaroni and it breaks it apart. Very important you do this. I'm using one of those new wooden spoons that we got. They work really well and don't scratch anything. So now I'm going to take my butter, which I've already cut up like I told you. And we're going to get the butter down in here that's stuck to the plate. There we go. And we're going to start incorporating that in. We're waiting just a minute here. I'm going to go ahead and put my teaspoon of pepper in. We like a little pepper. And a little bit of salt. I'm just using pink Himalayan salt. Keep stirring. Now you can see the butter's mostly incorporated into that. The noodles are getting loose and coming apart. We're going to put in our milk, like so. Stir that around. Get it mixed in. Okay, guys, here I've got my Velveeta and I've got my 3 packages of my dry powder mix that came with the mac and cheese. And we're going to get them incorporated down in there. You see how cheesy it looks already. That's a lot of cheese right there, but we're not going to stop at that amount. Oh, no. When we want it cheesy, we want it really cheesy.
Like I said, we're using up extra cheeses.
Yeah, you guys will see here in a second. Okay. Got that pretty well incorporated in. Now we're going to add in our real cheese. Let me put you guys down. Okay, so far we got about a cup worth of cheese. There's shredded sharp cheddar. There's taco cheese we have left over. A couple slices of gouda and some aged Parmesan. So we're going to get that incorporated down into our macaroni. Sorry for the camera moving all over. I'm standing where I'm like in an odd space to try to get that. But
Plus you're doing it one-handed.
Yeah, you can see how cheesy this is getting. I'm going to have to do something to scrape the spoon off. You just look at all that cheese, guys. And we're not done yet. I'm going to smooth the top over. Okay, guys, I've poured in our other cup of cheese. And right here I have 1 cup of panko. I'm going to take that panko, go around the pot as best I can. And then I have a fork. And we're just going to work that panko and that cheese around a little bit with this fork. Try to make sure it's all spread out nice and even. Okay, guys, I'm going to get ready to air fry this. Now, I got the air fry lid on. We hit air crisp. Turn it down to 375. And I'm going to set the timer for about 10 minutes. I've never did this before, so I think 10 minutes should be pretty good. But we'll check and I'll let you know exactly how long it takes. And I'll show you what it looks like. So let's hit start. And there it goes, air fry. And you see on ours, the little light lights up underneath the air fryer lid instead of the steamer when you have the air fry lid on it. So we're going to let this go for 10 minutes. I'll check it. If it's done, I'll let you know. And I'll dish you a bowl up and show you what it looks like. Okay, guys, it went 10 minutes, like I said. And There you go. There's my easy 15-minute baked mac and cheese in my Ninja Duo. You see how cheesy and crunchy it looks on top. Let me get out of the light here so you can see a little better. Let me get some put up in a container and we'll show you what it looks like. Okay, there you guys go. Look at that nice crunchy top on top of that. And it's very, very cheesy.
Yeah.
We'll show you in a minute what all we're having for dinner, but...
If you can hear that.
Yeah.
Nice and crunchy.
Crunchy on top. Tons of cheese.
See the cheese stringing out?
See right there?
Look at it, stringy cheese.
Oh, man.
Bite anybody?
Oh, I dropped one.
Mm-hmm.
And overboard.
Nice, crispy, buttery top.
Yeah. And cheesy, creamy in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
It's not dried out. Sometimes that happens when you bake it in the oven. It gets too dried out.
See the stringy cheese?
It's so good.
Mm-hmm. Some of the best mac and cheese you'll ever have, and so easy.
Yeah. And you can cook it in half the time with the Ninja. Like I said, even if you don't have a Ninja that has a browning lid like ours does, the air fryer lid, you can still make your mac and cheese in it that way and pour it in a pan and put your rest of your cheese and your breadcrumbs on top of it.
No worrying about having to deal with boiling water and
There you go. Now it's focusing.
all that stuff.
That is so good. Some of the best mac and cheese you'll ever eat. I guarantee it. Restaurant quality. I've been to restaurants where the mac and cheese wasn't that good. What was that one you got here not too long ago that you were really disappointed in?
Arby's.
Arby's, yeah. $4 for a little container of mac and cheese. Ugh.
And it was cheap Walmart brand boxed mac and cheese. The pouch of cheese came from Dollar Tree. Mm-hmm. And even if you don't have a bunch of mixed cheeses in your refrigerator like we did that we needed to get rid of, just use your favorite cheese.
Yeah, it takes 2 cups of cheese plus the Velveeta. But like I said, you can change any of it up you want. I used half heavy whipping cream and half and half, because that's what we had in the refrigerator. If you only have milk, use milk. This is fine too.
It'll work out just the same.
Well, before we sit and eat all this, I need to finish the video. Let me show you what we're having for dinner. And as I always say, there's what's for dinner.
There's dinner, guys.
Easy baked macaroni and cheese, some tater wedges, and pork loin I sliced up like ribs. Got that pork loin at Sam's? Myers a couple weeks ago.
No, it was Sam's. You're right.
Sam's.
Mm-hmm.
And it was only $12, and it was a huge pork loin. And I cut it up into different things, but this was the slab. This was the rib portion of the meal. I got 6 different meals out of that one big pork loin. So I brought the cost down to $2 a
So you just cut it into like little rib pieces.
Yeah.
Just like that.
And you gotta be nice about it. I just cut it into a chunk where I can eat it. Like so. No good.
Yeah. This mac and cheese, though, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad that he tried it in the air fryer part of the Ninja.
Can you guys see that? I don't know if you can see that or not. Look at that. Look at that
cheese bowl.
Really long cheese bowl.
Big cheese bowl.
So good.
As Chef always says.
Yeah, this is what's for dinner.
Yeah. This wasn't the video I planned to make tonight, and I've been busy since I got up, so I asked Chef if he could take over for me and make us a video. And he did.
Those ribs are delicious she made, or pork loin, I should say.
And I'm glad he did, because it's really, really good.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Okay, guys.
Well,
we're going to go so we can eat.
That's our video for tonight. Ninja Duo easy baked mac and cheese. Like I said, real time cooking everything took me about a half an hour. Just wait, because I had to wait for the pot to heat up. But actual cooking and everything, about 15 minutes.
Yep. And
you can't do it you can't even do it in a half an hour. Make mac and cheese and then put it in the oven and bake it in that time. And this turned out perfect.
Not that fast, yep.
Yep.
Okay, guys, so we love you all. If you like our content, please like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next video.
See you guys later.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.